Hello, thank you for coming back to my channel. So the van is progressing quite well now. It's slow when you're watching it every single day, but I think when you watch it you'll see that it's made a transformation. It's not going as fast as I'd like it to, but it's going as fast as it can be done. Of course we do some things and then think we shouldn't have done it that way, so we have to undo it and start again. So we've pretty much finished the basics of the ceiling, but we haven't put the trims and the finishing touches to it, so it doesn't look completely finished, but we do that a little bit later. We've got more pressing things to get done, and we've done the base units. But when I say done, we've done the basics of the base units. We need some like fold up shelves, fold up this, that and the other to add to it. We've done about 80% of the wall units, which have been really hard to know how to do. It's been very, very difficult when you've never done this thing before. And I keep running out of, I keep thinking I've got loads of this, what we call the good wood, like the finishing wood. And then we keep running out of it, even though I just keep ordering more and more and more. And unfortunately that wood takes ages to get here. Sometimes it can take 2 weeks. And it's only in Bangkok, but they have to do some treatment to it. It's like a butcher wood. So that's a bit of a pain in the backside. So I ordered one about a week ago, and it's still not departed Bangkok. Once it departs, it's a couple of days, 3 days. And then I've just ordered 2 more pieces today. So yeah, so that means that's just taking a bit too long. But what can we do? So we just keep going. Now I'm going to, when I finish talking, right now I'm off out somewhere to get something, and then after that I'll be going back as the day comes to an end, and I'll be doing a video about what the van looks like now. So I'm hoping, depending on how the van looks today or even tomorrow, the next day, I'm going to go back to the shop, the auto shop, and because I want some CCTV cameras putting on the oh god, there's traffic here. I want to get some CCTV cameras put on the, what do they call it, the roof rack. And I also want some motion sensor spotlights put on there. And the spotlights, I want them so that I can disarm them from inside. So I don't want spotlights on the car going off every 30 seconds just because somebody goes by. I just want to turn them on if I don't feel safe. So if I think somebody's messing about outside, then I want to turn them on so I can see who's there, who's moving around the van. So I've got to work out how that can be possible. And then I've got to work out how I don't want to be watching the CCTV only on my telephone. I need it to be on a screen inside the car as well. So that's got to be worked out. So I'm going up there now to have a chat with them, just to figure that out, because I never get an answer the same day. So that's the next thing. And I want just to have some spotlights that I can just turn on as well. So you know, that's a kind of a step that I need to take. So I'll be going up there. I'm going up there now to see what the possibilities are, and then I'll be going up again in a couple of days to get the trims. There's like trims that go on the car which are over the wheel. They've arrived, but I don't want to drive the car up yet because they're still working inside it. And I think maybe tomorrow I can take the car, or the day after. I'm just working on that. I want new wheels and tyres on the van, because I'm told by Toyota that it will be better to change them because it'll be more stable. I find that a bit strange considering normally the same wheels that they provide for the van with 15 people, not very stable. So anyway, don't want to say too much about that, but I was a little bit baffled. However, I would like to put new wheels and tyres on, but that's not major because I also need to put new tyres on my car. They definitely need new tyres on my car, and sales are not going how I was hoping. It's very slow. Did do a small sale this weekend gone, but the sale, even though I've got like a reservation, the sale's not done until it's done, because all kinds of things can turn up in the process of the sale, and occasionally the owner's a bit of an arse and don't pay you the commission no matter what contracts you sign. Anyway, I'm not thinking about that right now too much. So I've got to get this sale done, obviously, and I am trying my best to work as hard as I can to focus on getting sales. So, but this van does keep distracting me from sitting down and getting it done. So I think today and tomorrow I'm not going to get a lot done, and then hopefully Friday, Saturday I'm hoping to get stuck in again, please God, to get a sale from somewhere. So that's how that's going. We've put some cupboards in, and now we have to think, how are we going to stop the cupboards from shaking around when we're driving, when I'm driving. I'm looking at magnetic connectors and all those kind of things, and it's just one thing after another you have to go and source. It's not major, but I know the especially the top cupboards when I'm driving, I know they're going to rattle. So I've got to figure that out, how we can stop it from rattling around. So that's that one. But I try to just not try to think too far forward, because it'll probably be rattling around the day I take it up to the auto place, but at least I'll know what I'm dealing with after I've done that. And we'll order, it's not about, I could have already ordered the locks so that it wouldn't rattle around, but we don't really know until you've built the cabinet what you're going to need, because we don't know what the cabinet's going to look like. We don't know how to build it until we start building it. Everything's like, nothing's pre-organized or anything like that. We build it as we go. You know, we haven't got a clue. So yeah, but we've run out of wood. We're going to run out of wood probably, I would say, by the end of tomorrow, which is very frustrating. Very frustrating. So we're going to have to, and then when we run out of wood, then that's when I can take it up to Tri Auto. So we'll see. Sometimes I go out and I leave instructions what we need doing while I'm out, and I don't know if they work a bit slower when I've gone, not really sure. So there we are. But when I get back I'll see where we are with it, because I'm so keen to get out now, really excited to get out. So, and I'm messing about now with the electric. I just can't get my head properly around it, and I don't think I will till I start to use it. I think living in a warm country that's always warm, even in the winter, unless you go right to the north of Thailand, which I will do, and I will do it in the winter eventually, because the scenery is amazing. So for now I don't need to do all that, but I've got quite a few power banks. I've got about 6 power banks that I've accumulated for powering things like your phone, that kind of simple things, and like light switch lights, you know, little push lights, those kind of things, and fans. So I've got those, and I've got a fan which works from solar. Not too impressed with that. Maybe once the van is closed door and the fans on, maybe, I don't know. And a lot of other little things that I can use, those little power banks for. They're quite good power banks. And then I've got a bigger power bank, but you couldn't plug something like anything for cooking in. You'd plug in simple things. And then I've got another power bank. I'm not sure if I could plug. I'm trying to work out all the voltage. It goes up to 1200 watts. And I know that 1200 watts is not enough, for example, a kettle. So I've ordered like a mini kettle. I can even plug that into the point on the car. So that can boil from the car. You know, the little, like the cigarette holder. So that can plug in that way. So that's easy if I want some boiling water. And I'm not going to be like needing loads of electrical appliances. You know, I'm not eating very much. That kind of thing. I keep thinking about the fridge as well, but I'm all over the place. So yeah, that's the power thing. And then the bigger power bank that I've got at the moment, I have a small solar Powell, and I can power that up just on the grass. Then I've ordered another power bank. It's bigger. Really, if I'd have planned it properly from the beginning, I should have got one big power bank, like about 40,000 baht, £1,000. But I didn't do it like that. And it might turn out that the way I've done it might be better. Then I'm not just dependent on one power bank shorting or all kinds of stories. So yeah, so I'm not overly worried about that. So the other power bank that's coming, that's got 200 watts of solar. Now at a pinch, I can put that solar on my roof. Just as well, I can put the solar panels on my roof, on the roof rack. I can drill an hole to go through to, obviously I won't drill an hole through the roof, but we can put it through the window for now to charge that power bank. And also that power bank, when I'm driving around, can go in the front seat in the arch of the floor, and that also can charge from the car battery by means of the I forgot what it's called again now, the charger, you know, where you charge the plug-in, anyway, that. So that can use that way. So I've got a lot of options. I've ordered a small air fryer, and I've ordered an ice maker. I've ordered 2 different sizes of ice maker. One was dirt cheap, and I'm not expecting it to work too well. Then what I'm thinking, I've got ice boxes. The fridges that you want are very expensive because they're a fridge cum freezer. I do want one, but now I've got dirt cheap. I've got these ice boxes that I've had a while. They're not very big, they're just nice. And I've got a couple of collapsible ice boxes as well. And I won't be carrying a lot of food, but I will be having things like cold water and you know, cold drinks and sodas, and eventually I'll be wanting some beers in the car, but I'm trying not to drink beer at the moment. So I've been looking in Tesco. They've got a very small fridge, and I don't know how that's going to work on the electric. This is what's very confusing. So all these things I've got to build up to. The fridge is only 3,000 baht, still a lot of money. Oh shit, I've gone the wrong place. Okay, I've got to just turn. So the fridge is cheap, really, on the face of everything that I've spent. And I'm just trying to see if that'll fit in my cupboard units. I can go and get by that in 1 hour, so I'm not worried about buying that right now. I'm happy that I've ordered the ice, because I might not need anything else. Like if you're going off-grid for a long time and there's no shops, which doesn't happen here, there's shops everywhere. Or if I just park somewhere I don't want to move, then I've got the electric bike, I can go and get some. And as long as I can make ice, if I can make that all work, I've got a constant fridge. So these are all the things I've got to test out. So, and I don't have a full power service in the car, you know, I've not got all that set up. So for this car, this van, for my first, however long I keep it, until maybe I go more professional, if I need to, later in a few years, it's a learning curve. And I might learn the hard way, I might learn the easy way. And until I learn, until I use it, I don't know. But I'm just pulling into Macro now. It's a big, I'll turn the camera. Macro is a place where you can get all kinds of bits and pieces. And I've ordered a few things off Temu. I don't know who knows Temu. It's very well, there's a lot of Temu here. And that comes quite quickly. So I've ordered some stuff to come off Temu, bits and pieces. And I find, you know, when you order online, things come and then you never use them. So I always think what I would have spent driving around in the gasoline is something, and my time's precious. You know, if it's okay. In my time driving around and messing about, the things you buy off Temu, they're so cheap. You just give it to the staff and they're thrilled to bits when you give them something. So yeah, so slowly, trying to park now is a nightmare. In the car it's okay, but in a van, no. Yeah, so I'm going to go in Macro, see what I can spend money on there, but I'll probably come out of there with nothing, because I've pretty much got everything. Some things I've got two of. It's ridiculous. Sometimes I've forgotten I've got them because they're packed in boxes waiting for the van. Everything was in the car before, and I've taken everything out of the car, and today I'm hoping to get the car cleaned inside and out. I get afraid sometimes to take the car for inside washing and cleaning when I have to go off for an hour and go back, because some of my cameras and my drones are very expensive. I've been collecting those for quite a few years, and I've got some very good stuff which I haven't used yet. I've used them before, but not for my YouTube. So yeah, so that's where I am. So I'm going to go in Macro, then I'm going to go to the auto shop, then I'm going to have a little bit lunch in Central, then I'll go back to the van, see where I am, do a video of where they are with the van, put that on this same video hopefully, and see where we go, and then see what tomorrow brings. Okay, so I just came out to the van and I tried to unlock the door and it wouldn't unlock, and I went in and tried to turn the light on and the lights weren't working, and the battery is completely dead. So the car's been parked here 2 days, nothing's been turned on or off, no lights have been used, nothing, because it's only been worked on in the daytime, and the battery's completely dead. So on a brand new van, I know that's got to be something to do when it went to Chai Auto. And on Monday it went in for a service, and on Wednesday it's got flat just from sitting in my garden. So I'm highly frustrated about that. I put some little push lights in so that we can see what it's like inside, and you'll see that we've got the countertop there, there will be a sink in there, and there's 2 fold-up panels which we'll be able to use inside, such as this folds up and down, and the sink will go on this right side here. So I'm really stressed at the minute now that I've got a flat battery in a brand new van. So I've just climbed up. These are the units for the floor. I should have done the video in the daytime, but it's very, very worrying that I've got a complete flat tire. I don't know how it looks from this video. It's hard to kind of give the feeling, but from the chair where I'm standing now, I've got about 2.5 meter walk. So I've got 2.5 meter space for walking, and it's actually about 1 meter wide. So I've got actually quite a lot of walking space, And as you can see, I've retained all the window space. Now when I stand here and I look at the counter, which I'm going to have to work on, it's very low. It's actually doesn't even reach my hip. So that's very low. So I'm going to have to sit down when I'm actually, if I'm going to cook inside or work inside. Here I'm going to put the toilet. I think. I've not figured it out yet. And I'll put a chair on the top so I can sit. It will slide in somehow. I haven't worked it out yet. And then of course we've got the bed there. Here we're going to have, I didn't want to put cupboards on both sides because when you're sitting up in the bed, I didn't want to bang my head on the cupboards. So this isn't finished. It's going to take weeks to finish it. And then I've got some electric door going in eventually. And then that chair's going to twirl eventually. Everything's eventually. This is a nightmare. This is where the aircon's coming in. It wasn't like that before. The aircon ran across the ceiling. So we've got to figure out how that's going to turn out. But I'm quite stressed now about the battery not working. And then here you've got all these cupboards. So the cupboards lift up like that. They're not full cupboards because the roof of it doesn't go well. But there's a lot of space there. I've got 4 cupboards here. And then I've got one more that we'll put here. So we're not finished. And then here on the right, we'll have all things hanging. It will be a shelf with like plants and pots and all kinds of woman things. Yeah, so that's how it's looking. I actually very thrilled. Very, very thrilled with it. I've got this lovely natural wood lock, which did cost extra. Little bit disappointed how I made the decision on the ceiling, but I might end up liking it in the end. So I think very likely I'll be out this weekend. And this bed is a lot bigger than what you might think. I think it's, by the time I've got it all set up, it'll be about 1.5 meters. And for me and my dog, that's quite good enough. Then we're going to have like a shelf for maybe, I don't know what, but there'll be shelves in there. Yeah, so I've got a lot of cupboard space. I've got 3 cupboards on that side. So that's about 1.5 meters, a little bit more, about 1.80 meters. And then on this side, I've got 4 cupboards, 3 cupboards and a set of drawers. And that's a bit more than 2 meters. So I've got a lot of storage space. I've got a lot of cupboard space, and I've got these cupboards at the top. And then I've got hanging baskets that are going to be on hooks along here. So I don't see, and then of course, under the bed, I've got a huge amount of space. I've got, the bed's about 2 meters long. It's about 1.5 meters wide. And then it's about, I don't know, about 60 centimeters high. The only thing that's in there at the moment is the battery. So we'll see. Don't know what the hell I'm going to do about a flat battery. I've never had a flat battery on a brand new car before. So, and we don't use any, when we're in the car and getting it ready, we're doing it during the day. We're not using anything. My mistake, probably I should have started it every day. But it's only been sat here, just sat on the drive, not draining anything for 2 days. So that's absolutely ridiculous. But now I know why it didn't lock, because there's obviously nothing working. All right, thanks for watching. And don't forget, it would be nice if you would subscribe, like, make a comment. That'd be so fantastic. I've just passed over 10,400 subscribers. So the channel's growing well. And hopefully now it won't be long before the adventures begin.